Good morning. Pretty crazy weekend in crypto. Bitcoin has took off, and who knows where it's gonna land. Is it gonna hit 5K before the end of the week? And will it hit 10K by the end of the year? These questions and answers later. No, for real though, I mean, it's pretty wild. I definitely saw this coming, but at this rate of speed is quite amazing. And I'm kind of interested to see what's going to happen to Ether, because I read about the last or most recent dev call and all of these changes that were going to happen, and a lot of it that would kind of scare off or make miners switch from mining Ethereum, even though they'll still be able to. But then Microsoft goes and pitches a deal to develop something called Coco, I believe, using Ethereum. It's like $800 and something billion they're ready to invest. Some crazy shit like that. So, what does that tell you? That tells you that Ether's price could drop in the near future, but long term, it's going to be a great hold. Some other ones I see as good money makers right now: Civic, 10x. I'm trying to think of it's OMG, OmnisGo or something like that. I've been reading a lot about them. They've got some pretty big backers. They've got the founders of Ethereum on their advisory board. There's people that were involved with Litecoin's Lightning Network, and there's a lot of big developers and kind of big players involved in, I think it's OmnisGo. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but they're an exchange system, and what I believe they're trying to do is set up a kind of banking system in crypto, avoiding central banks, or outside of central banks, I should say, not avoiding. And they're going to be interesting to watch. So that's another one I've been kind of looking at. But 10x is interesting because they've got a card that they're making, and they are already, I believe, taking orders for it, as well as already have, I believe, their iOS app and Android app just came out. That's another one I see going up over the next couple weeks, and as one that maybe potentially be good long term. There's a lot of other cards that are going to be coming out, so who knows? It'll kind of depend on how they market it, as well as what their fees are that are associated with it, what coins that you're able to put through it. And it's just funny because, BitPay seems to be the most popular, and I think it's just because it's marketed by some of the bigger YouTubers, kind of like Exodus Wallet. I by no means think that Exodus Wallet is better than Jax. It has less currencies that you can hold on there. So, well, because you can put skins on it, that makes it, I just don't get it. I don't know. Jax has an iOS wallet. It has Shapeshift built in, just like Exodus, and it has a desktop version. And it has a shithouse of altcoins that you can store on there. You have your own private keys. You can print paper wallets. For a free wallet, it has a lot of little bells and whistles. So I just don't. I will say that I do like the I do like the design, the UI of Exodus a little bit better, but I think it's just because it kind of shows you your total assets in one sitting, one place. Just kind of cool to just see everything right there, but other than that, I don't really, besides it being visually pleasurable, I don't really see how that is a better wallet than Jack's. Yeah, why you choose a wallet that has less over one that has more when they do the same thing and they are both reliable in my mind is kind of beyond me. But to each their own. I've been thinking about getting a card, one of those visas. But the biggest issue I have with them is, yeah, I get like you may have some altcoins that you want to use as money, but why are people putting the money that they have to spend into crypto? Like, that's something I've never really gotten. You know, cryptocurrency is, yes, it's a currency that you can spend, but I've always thought of it as an investment, you know? You don't sell your Amazon stock to go buy fucking steak dinner. Now let me load my Facebook stock. Back in 2000 and... let's see. In 2008, let me load my Facebook stock onto a credit card or a Visa and use that to pay for things. Like, it's people who are doing that, I feel like, are gonna look back just like the people who back in 2012, you know, used their bitcoins to buy a pool table. You know what I mean? Like, they're gonna be kicking themselves in the butt. My buddy told me a bunch of like silly things that he bought with bitcoins back, you know, like 5 years ago ish, 4 years ago, and how many he had, how he regrets it now looking back. Because a lot of people, not only did it die 4 different times, and it may have, when SegWit happened in the beginning of this month, but it never really does. People just get this fear in them, and more so than now, I could see, because back then there weren't very many people that were accepting it. There weren't very many people that were using it besides people on the dark web, so it didn't really have the backing of the mainstream world, I guess you could say. And as years went on and people started seeing the value in having that, the value in the coin started to rise, and now we are where we are today. And what people keep forgetting is that there is a cap for bitcoins. 21 million is all that can be in circulation. So if people keep adopting and using and purchasing bitcoins, the price will continue to go up as the quantity gets smaller. And with huge investment groups opening up people's portfolios to cryptocurrency, you're going to see a massive influx, I believe, in Bitcoin holders and owners, because they see the value in it. It is like a base currency. All these other altcoins you can't purchase usually with your fiat. There's only a couple that you can. Other than that, you need Bitcoin. So if you think of Bitcoin as a base currency that, unlike, I mean, look at the dollar. The dollar, yeah, goes down and up, but it relatively stays around the same. So when you're converting things to and from currencies, you usually get about the same amount if you went on vacation when you come back a month later. So it's safe to go back and forth, and I believe with Bitcoin, when you're trading, you should kind of think of it the same. You know, Bitcoin is your base currency, so you should be trying to accumulate coins rather than accumulate dollars, as the coins are only going to go up. I'm excited to see what December brings us, because normally the fall and winter time, it seems that these coins like to go up. So we'll see. I'm interested to see if around the holidays, if we see a drop for people pulling out their money. But when it does, it's time to buy or convert. Oh, I'm tired. I was out on the boat yesterday again, and actually, like, the water wasn't too rough, so we took it out into, like, the middle of the lake. Do our swimming out there. Threw our life jackets on, swam back to the beach. Got some ice cream. Swam back. But yeah, I'm tired, I'm sore. That's what a day in the water will do to you. Just got to work. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.